Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Undated Chris here, going to talk about my WCQ Banbridge Northern Ireland 11th place deck. It was Battlin Boxers, and I was really happy with how it performed. It came 11th out of 22. I may or may not have came higher. I'll talk about it. I got a bad judge call, and I'll talk about it at the end of the video. So I'll just show you the deck quickly. So 3 Glassjaw. Glassjaw is the MVP of the deck. When he goes to the grave, add a boxer from grave to hand, and he's so easy to put in the grave. There's 4 cards in the deck to put him there. When he's attacked, he kills himself by effect, like Utopia without the materials. So there's 4 cards in the deck to get him to the grave, plus himself. So there's 7 ways to trigger his effect, and it's a fantastic card. 3 Switch Hitter. Switch Hitter is when he's normal summon, special summon a boxer from grave, i.e. Glassjaw. The only thing is you can only special summon Battlin Boxers for the rest of the turn. 3 Headguard. It's basically Foolish Burial for Battlin Boxers, and once per turn while he's in attack he can't be destroyed, which is pretty cool. You would use him to send Glassjaw, and then Glassjaw gets its effect. 3 Sparrer. This was the bad judge call. It says on the card, kind of the same text as Bahamut Shark. Don't know if you can read it there. If you control a Battlin Box monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. If you do, you cannot conduct your battle phase for the rest of the turn. The rest of the turn, which means you can conduct your battle phase. You can go main phase 1, summon a creature. Battle phase, attack with the creature. Main phase 2, you can special summon Sparrer. I asked a YCS judge friend of mine, and he agrees that you can special summon this card after you've attacked main phase 2. I got a bad judge call. I might have got game. I don't know. We'll never know. It's because I tried to special summon it with a Glassjaw on field, and the judge was not. Judge said nope, and the Glassjaw was on field, and because he kills himself, they can attack again. They can replay the attack, which is I lost that because of that. Anyway, 2 Counter Punch. He's a Colute of the deck basically. Whenever a Battlin Box monster attacks or is attacked, banish Counter Punch from your hand or grave, which is pretty cool. You can set him, let him die, and then wait a couple of turns and activate his effect. And your opponent or your Battlin Boxer gains 1k for the rest of the turn. 2 Flameveil Firedog was brilliant for the deck. It was so good. It's just, you know what Firedog does whenever it's like Gwaiba for Glassjaw. It's just summon it, special summon Glassjaw, exceeds into something, or keep, Firedog's a 19 and Glassjaw's a 2k monster. Beat over something else with the Glassjaw that you bring out. 2 Veilers. I can synchro with Veiler, but he was a really good. I did keep Veiler in for every game. I think. I don't think I needed to set it out for anything. It was a pretty good call. I like it. Spells is really small. Trinity, Dark Hole, Heavy Storm, Monster Reborn. Triple Lance. Lance was fantastic. Lance keeps the boss monster alive forever. It is a really good card. And it also helps for Firedog plays, like leave your Firedog in attack mode and then set Lance, activate Lance, shenanigans. 1 Rhoda and 1 Foolish Burial, and that's all the spells. There's hardly any. It's just the Trinity, the 3 Lances, and the Rhoda and Foolish Burial. No MST. The deck didn't need MST. I was really happy with that. It did not use. It didn't use MST, and on the day I rarely would have wanted to get an MST anyway. So it's not that. I was pretty okay with it. For the traps, 3 Compulse. Compulse is my favourite trap card in the game, and that's why I ran 3. It makes your opponent waste resources or waste a normal summon. Basically, I had the deck more or less prepared for spellbooks and E-Dragons, and unfortunately didn't get against any spellbooks. I did get against. Oh no, did I? No, I didn't get against an E-Dragon. Anyway, I did. Mermails. I had against Mermails as well. I went into Biscaos and Compulsed and that sort of thing. It was a way of getting around problematic cards. 2 Torrential. Torrential can trigger Leadyoke's effect. Torrential can trigger Glassjaw's effect. Torrential is a really good card in the deck. 2 Fiendish Chain. I would have liked to run 3, but there was no room in the deck. You cannot have any more than 40 cards in this deck. You need to turn one Leadyoke if you can. So there are 2 Fiendish Chain, 2 Mirror Force, just good cards. 2 bottomless, good cards, 1 warning, 1 judgment, and 1 Starlight Road. I would love to run 2 Starlight Road, but again, there was no room in the deck, and there's no room in the extra deck for a second Stardust Dragon either. Here's the extra deck. So it's just staples, Maestroke, Photon Butterfly Assassin, Lavable Chain was brilliant. Lavable Chain send Glassjaw to the grave. It's such a good card. And adds cards to the top of your deck if you need to draw something. Plus it's a fire. They're all fires. Abyss Dweller, I kept forgetting. I came up against 2 Mermails and kept forgetting to go into Dweller, and I couldn't believe it. After I went into like a Utopia at one stage, and he just went berserk with his Mermail plays, and I could have won if it wasn't for if I went into Dweller instead of it was a Utopia or Maestroke, something like that. Utopia, Battlin Boxer Star Cestus, never went into him once, and probably not going to run him again. It's an okay card. It should be 2 level 4 Battlin Boxers, and then it would be pretty good, but instead it's 3 level 4 monsters. It's a bad Shockmaster. Basically, it's not good. Gem Knight Goku, one of my friends did this for me. It's pretty cool. Gaga Gunman, Shockmaster, and then the Warriors, Blade Armor Ninja, Heroic Champion Excalibur, 3 Lead Yoke. Lead Yoke is the MVP of this deck. If you get Lead Yoke out turn 1, you're in a really good position. Once per turn, he can't be destroyed by... not once per turn, as long as you have material, no boxers can be destroyed. When a boxer would be destroyed, you detach one, it saves it. As well as that, he gets 800, and he keeps that 800, so he goes from 2-2 to 3k to 3-8, and it's pretty hard to beat over a 3-8 creature. Some of the good plays I did yesterday, I had 1 Battlin Boxer on field, or 2 Lead Yokes on field, both with a couple of materials. Attacked into a Chaos Sork with 1, and detached the other material. Beat into Chaos Sorcerer with this one. Used this one's effect to save it, and then he gained the 800, and then beat into the Chaos Sork for game. It was a really nice play. I was really happy with myself. And finally, 1 Stardust Dragon just for Starlight Road. I could have synced, I suppose. I did Reborn Megalo, I think, in one game. I could have normal summoned and went into Stardust, but not really much point. Extra decks, just 2 Max C for E-Dragons. Electric Virus, loved playing this 2 formats ago, I think. Whenever Chaos Dragons were hot, and I still have them for E-Dragons. They're a pretty good card. I didn't come against E-Dragons, which is unfortunate. Puppet Plant for 6 Sams and Spellbooks. I hate 6 Sams so much, and I do not like Spellbooks. 1 Soul Taker. I didn't get to use this. I sighted into it a couple of times. I couldn't draw it. This card won me a game. I didn't know I needed 1 more card from my side deck. I couldn't figure out I couldn't pick a card. So I went at Argos the other day and I bought one of the 3 packs and Storm Ragnarok Special Edition, and this was a secret in it. I went up against a Twilight deck from an old friend of mine, another Chris. I just turned 1, I got this out, and he couldn't remove his Necro Gardeners, he couldn't remove his materials for BLS or Chaos Sork. It was a lucky turn 1. 3 MST. Anyone has a Ghost Gold MST, I'd really appreciate a trade. I got just after staples in the mint trade wise, but 3 MST. Heavy Slump, because I traded off my Drone Lockbirds like a fool whenever they were just about to hike. But Heavy Slump, didn't get to use it at all. Summon Limit came in really handy against Mermails a couple of times. And I got really lucky. I was able to Heavy Storm it actually. Heavy Stormed it and a couple of other cards. But yeah, he got Megalo and something else on the field and couldn't do anything after that. I was pretty happy with Summon Limit actually. I might not run it again though. It's just a bit of a lazy choice. Didn't spend that much time on the extra deck. Overall, I went 3-2 in Swiss. Could have been 4-1, but will not know. I have no way of knowing. It's just the bad judge call did cost me a game. But I don't know if we would have I don't know if I would have won that game, and then again I don't know if I would have won the next game. My matchups: Game 1 was versus Mermail and lost. Game 2 was versus Gishki OTK. Or Gishki, it's just a really good Gishki deck from my mate Mark. That was the one where I got the bad ruling. Game 3 was versus Agents, and I think he misplayed really badly, or he was maybe a beginner player, I'm not sure, but he had Valhalla, Hall of the Fallen, and he special summoned Marshmallow in defense. And he summoned, I think it was Earth or Venus, and Exceeded with it. Not into like Leviathan or Zenmians, it was into Chrominolini monster. He did steal a win from me with I was beaten with Lead Yoke for game, and he went Magic Cylinder. So it was pretty funny with that. I went to game 3 and won that one. Game 4, I can't remember what game 4 was against. Oh, game 4 was the Twilight deck from another Chris. It was pretty good. It was pretty close games. Really good match. And game 5 was against Mono Mermails, and it went. He scooped after about 3 turns because of Lead Yoke, and I had a couple of face downs and a Starlight Road, so Lead Yoke was well protected, and a Lance as well. It was a good field. Game 2, I just beat. It was a really slow process. He didn't have Big Eye in his extra deck, which is pretty lucky, because I would have probably would have lost if it had Big Eye. He had to go into Abyss Gaios, and I Veilered the Gaios, so it was okay. I could have Veilered the Big Eye, I suppose. We'll be doing a trade binder in the next, either if I don't do it tonight, it'll be next Friday, Saturday time. I'll do a trade binder. There's very little I'm after the minute. It needs safe zones and rarity ups for staples. And I think that's about it. I might sell the deck as a whole if you're interested in it, like everything is main deck, side deck, and extra deck. Don't know what I'd be looking for it, but I probably would be interested in selling it. That's it. Great. Subscribe and all that other stuff. Cheers, YouTube.